So worth wait.
Why they call this the summer term, that's what I'd like to know.
What's this place? There was brilliant sunshine when I left home.
You'd think they'd light a fire, wouldn't you?
Girls, you will have plenty of time for gossip over the remaining 17 and a half weeks of term. Less talk and a lot more action. Mildred, go and park your broomstick in the shed.
But it's getting worse out there, Miss Harborough.
Then I suggest, Mildred, that you do it at the double. The rest of you, up to your rooms with all this luggage. I don't know what today's parents are thinking of. All I ever needed for school would fit into one small suitcase. Miss Harborough!
Yes, Mrs. Tapioca. I have big problem in kitchen. Very important.
Just have to deal with it yourself, Mrs. Tapioca. It's the first day of term, and as you can see, we are all extremely busy. Mildred, I told you!
I lost my way, Miss Harborough. You can't see a thing out there. I went right round in a circle. It's a whiteout. I think I've got frostbite on my fingers.
Oh, poor bambina. She's frozen to death. You come with me. I'll make a nice big hot chocolate for you.
Miss Harborough, could we have some hot chocolate too, please?
Certainly not. If you really are that cold, Class 2, I shall have to find some other way to thaw you out.
Thank you, Mrs. Tapioca. This must be the coziest place in the whole castle.
Oh, I bet nobody ever said that when it was a dungeon. Shh.
What is it?
You hear anything?
No.
Oh, bad weather drive him indoors. He's monstruoso. Big whiskers, big long tail, big long claws. Oh. Big brain box also. None of Franco's traps work on him. He take a cheese. He take a bacon rind. Take. Piero, I call him. He's more a rat than a mouse. Oh, I find a way to catch him. You wait and see.
What about lightning?
Oh, yes. I name her right. Quick as lightning to take tin food from plate. But mice? You think that you're more clever than me, Piero. But I show you.
I think I better go now.
Make no noise. Pianissimo.
Bend under arm, stretch, and oh, come along, Jadoo. Stop flapping around like a fish in a net. He's up, you two. Hop two, hop two, hop two, hop two.
This is your fault, Mildred Hubble.
What?
You've landed this one on us.
We're not going to forget it. Come along, Mildred. Join in on the back of the line. Come on, girls. Twice around the corridor, up and down the stairs, and a cold water wash before lunch. That'll get your circulation going.
Come on, Enid. We know you well enough by now.
Oh, all right. I know. Why don't we hide under the stairs and then tag on to the end when they come back round?
If only there was a roaring fire somewhere.
Oh, yes. I've got this. My mum gave it to me.
It's warm.
It's a hand warmer. Let me have a feel. My hand warmer.
Hand warmer? Sorry, thought you were witching me. I better go get the others.
What's that? I think it was Merlin.
Oh, yes. Your boyfriend from Hellibore's Wizard Academy. We thrashed him and his two friends in that debating contest last year.
Oh, I remember. Baz and Gaz.
Mildred! Maud! What are you girls doing down here?
Please, miss.
Slacking.
There's someone at the door.
Well, where are they?
But
I don't want to hear any silly excuses.
There you are, Hellibore. I told you we were going in the right direction.
Ridiculous, Rowan Webb. We'd still be wandering about in the forest if I hadn't have found the path.
It was young Merlin who led us here. Anyway, we'd never have been lost in the first place if you hadn't started throwing blizzard spells at me.
I was provoked by a snowball down the back of my neck.
An accident.
I don't expect senior wizards to have snowball fights with pupils. Gracious ladies, we poor lost travellers here seek shelter from the bitter weather.
Well, well, it's Mildred Hubble, the little witch who rescued me from Froggedom. Good heavens. Why on earth are you girls wearing shorts in this weather?
It's as cold in here as it is outside. I know what you need.
Well, well, if it isn't Fenny and Grizz. Cackle's deadly dynamic duo.
Oh no, look what the wind's blown in.
Waiting outside the head's office again. Been naughty girls, have we? Oh dear, what a shame.
I'm warning you two.
Careful, Baz. We don't want to make the girlies cry.
Right, that does it.
Thought you weren't allowed to do that sort of thing.
So did I. Only to complete wallies.
We've organised some refreshments. Oh, good, you got the message. Run and fetch some snacks from Mrs. Tapioca for Hellibore and Webb. Wizard food, you know, crumpets, cheese, scones, and so forth. You boys can eat with the girls in the Great Hall.
With pleasure, Miss Cackle.
It'll wear off. Eventually.
Hey, look.
Does anyone know how to reverse the spell?
Oh, no. We're not clever enough for that.
That's third year stuff. It'll keep them off your back for a while. Come and have lunch with us.
They'll kill me.
We'll protect you.
Bye-bye. Well, well, well. They look rather funny, don't they?
Perhaps you should help them.
Providing they're willing to help us.
Personally speaking, Mr. Rowan Webb and Mr. Hellibore, or should I call you Algernon and Egbert? Personally speaking, I've always believed in layers. Take this, I knitted it myself. And 2 or 3 vests. You can't have too many vests, don't you agree, Algernon? And underneath this, Granny Bat's secret ingredient, thick layer of goose grease, although I myself use mock goose grease, composed entirely of onion and garlic oil. It's far kinder to the geese, and in some ways even more efficacious.
When I was a frog, I never used to feel the cold at all.
Here, try some of these winter warmers. I made them myself.
To your grandmother's recipe?
How did you guess?
Your Honours, this is most unexpected.
Dear Miss Cackle, so pleased to see you.
Mrs. Tapioca is
Thanks, Miss
preparing some
Bart.
snacks.
Don't mind if I
Be
do.
along in a minute. You should have let me know you were coming, then we could have arranged for... Are you all right, Miss Drill?
Your honors. Just a little something I make for you. Tagliatelle e 4 formaggi. Miss Cackle, she like it very much.
Oh, don't be! Oh, that was great fun! What do you say, Hellibore?
Yes, very droll.
What do you say, Miss Drill?
my coat.
Don't put yourself out, Miss Bat.
We could eat with the girls. I've always been partial to school dinners.
You wouldn't want to, really.
No. Indeed we would. It'd be just like old times. What do you say, Hellibore?
Who's on duty?
Miss Hardbroom, I think.
I've been looking for you everywhere, Mrs. Tapioca. Dinner is 15 minutes late.
That Piero, big trouble. I tell you, you say, deal with it yourself. I try to deal, but no use. Now dinner late.
Mildred, have you got anything to do with the brazier that is burning brightly in the entrance hall? And what is this boy doing? What are these boys doing here?
Miss Hardbroom, I am enchanted to see you again.
What's wrong with you, lads? You still look frozen stiff.
No, it's no wonder. It's like the North Pole in here. What you need is another Hellibore heating installation.
That's enough, girls.
Oh, look at their faces. Wonderful what happiness a little warmth can bring.
Well, thank you very much for your kindness, Your Honor. But I'm afraid there's a problem with the food.
The gravy is cold, the meat is overcooked, and the peas are like a bullet.
Marvellous. Just like the old days. Do you know, I'm so delighted. I'm going to ask Miss Cackle right here and now for a half-day holiday.
It's the first day of term.
It can be the last day of the holidays. I declare this day an upside-down day. Yay! It's my privilege as master of the revels.
You're the master of the revels. There's no such thing.
Oh, yes, there is. I inherited the title from my father. I do believe there's a book about it in the library.
I know the one. Ancient Customs and Traditions of Cackle's Academy. We know where it is.
Well, off you go and get it then. We'll save you a place in the queue.
Lions, afternoon off. Everything we announced this morning turned upside down. Are you going to allow this, Miss Cackle?
My hands are tied, Constance. He is the master of revels.
Oh, it's an honorary title. No master of the revels has ever done anything, not since the Middle Ages.
But they may do. It's all in the book.
You see, everything is stood on its head. Instead of lessons, we have games.
I've tried talking him out of it.
And here's the best bit. We choose 2 pupils to be teachers for the day. And I think it should be you 2.
Great, yes.
That's another one.
If I see anyone eating sweets at the back, they'll have 1,000 lines and a double detention.
As you can see, girls, for the rest of the afternoon, everything will be done in accordance with the ancient tradition of Upside Down Day. Miss Fenella Feverfew and Miss Griselda Blackwood will be running a potions class for some of the teachers.
We'll all end in tears. I can feel it in my bones.
No whispering at the back.
For the rest of the school, there will be games and diversions, such as handy-dandy, musical bumps, hide-and-seek, nuts in May, charades, forfeits, and other such innocent pastimes. We will need a couple of impartial persons to be judges, to award prizes, or penalties, as appropriate.
We'll do it, sir. Barry and I. We're outsiders, so we're bound to be fair.
Very well. The afternoon will end in a big feast here in the Great Hall. After which, everything will be back to normal. Let the games commence! What do you think? Dandelion, liverwort, or bladder rack?
I think that this whole thing is just about your most irresponsible idea yet, Archie.
It's just like being back at Wizard College.
Oh, yes. And you know what happened there? You got yourself changed into a frog for 40 years.
Well, it wasn't my fault. It was that bully Mortimer
I
Mistletoe.
warned you not to aggravate him. If you weren't so useless at shape-changing, you could have magicked yourself back before you got lost.
Quiet, you two.
Sorry, miss.
If you keep arguing like that, we're going to have to split you up. Be finishing off now, girls.
It's a ridiculous idea for a potion. Not in any of the books. I'm sure it shouldn't be so black. I had an accident with the slow juice. I wonder what Bat and Drill are up to.
Hey, Miss! Constance and Amelia are cheating.
We were not.
It's too late now anyway, girls. Time's up. Sip your potions.
Ridiculous. An anti-gunge potion. What would anyone want that for in the first place?
And now, we're going to test them.
I would like to remind you, Vanilla Feverfew, that this day will, in the fullness of time, come to an end.
Funny.
Oh, you thought it was pretty funny when we got statued by those stinky third-year girls. And you traitor.
And it'll pay back for the running we had to do this morning. Well, we're not playing this stupid game anymore.
You have to. We're in charge. Your friend, the Master of Revels, said so. Till after the feast.
Do you know, I actually just found myself wishing Hardman would appear. I wish she was in charge instead of these two idiots.
We'll keep wishing, because after Pass the Magic Parcel, we're playing hide and sack.
You mean seek?
No, we don't. It's for forfeits.
And we're it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 30.
Now listen here, you lazy cat. You ready? Here come Piero, round corner, with a big piece of best Parma ham. What you do? What you do, eh? And what you do?
Hiding.
That much I work out for myself.
It's all gone crazy up there.
It's all gone crazy down here. Mr. Wizard, you want a bigger feast? I say, why not do a magic one? They say Italian food is a magic food.
It is. What are you trying to do with lightning?
New idea. Train her to catch Piero. But she not want to chase mouse.
Here, let me try. You've got to wiggle it about a bit more. Tease her a bit.
Oh, very good. That Piero better look out now.
Look out yourselves. Gotcha.
This is very dangerous. You get them out right away.
It's only a game.
And now, they've got to do the forfeit.
I'll take it off for a while if you like. No, it's okay. I think I feel safer out of it for a while.
Did you hear about Harbin getting gunged? And the wizards? They got their potion on and they've been arguing about it ever since.
Mildred! It was your fault.
Oh, it's always my fault, isn't it?
Liverwort. You should have used liverwort, not bladderwrack.
I asked you at the time, and you were too busy talking to listen to me. Whittering on like some whiskery old rabbit.
So, a rabbit am I? At least I don't hop around all day looking for water lilies to squat on.
That's it. I've taken your taunts long enough, Egbert Hellibore. I challenge you to a shape-changing contest.
Look here, Algy, let's call it quits. Everyone knows how useless you are at this kind of thing.
Oh, yes, well, we all know how clever you are, Egbert Hellibore. So, shall we begin? You're full of talk, Hellibore, and grey and whiskery, too. So here's a little creature that reminds me a lot of you.
very funny. One little bite is all I'd need to make if I were a curling, twisting, hissing, poisonous, striking snake.
Dear, I am scared. So now let's see who is the best magician. I didn't know you'd turn this into a hissing competition.
I don't think I'll bother to change myself. Why don't we call a truce? What we need here is a goose girl to come and say boo to the goose.
I'd call that cheating, but never mind. I'm sure I can make her shriek. I'm sure that goose girls are terrified of little creatures that squeak.
I think you're very smart, Algy. But what will a house mouse do when he looks high above him and hears tweet, Rowan Webb. Algy! He's done it again. He's got stuck.
I saw him, quick. He's gone down to the kitchens.
What's the panic?
Lightning! Oh no!
Get the toy one on the string.
Lightning! Lightning! Lightning!
Quick, save him.
I'll save him, all right.
Mr. Rowan Webb!
You've got yourself stuck again, Your Honour.
Turn back! Why doesn't he turn himself back?
You gone crazy or something? That isn't Mr. Webb the wizard. That's Piero, the mouse. Got you at last, my little friend.
Then where's...
Oh no!
Is that you in there, Mr. Webb?
Of course it is.
You're not so clever a mouse as Piero.
No. And not so clever a wizard as Egbert Hellibore.
Well, girls, the unusual weather seems to be over. And so does a very unusual day.
Which is never to be repeated.
Indeed not. No more shape-changing for me. I've learnt my lesson, girls.
And mine too. I do wish you'd change your mind, Algy, about staying with us.
No, I need a place of my own. Somewhere by the water, perhaps. A lake or a river. With perhaps one young apprentice to teach all my secrets. And I shall invite Mildred and her classmates to visit at half-term, to thank her for saving me twice, and make up for all the chaos I've caused.
Not just you, Algy. Before we leave, I think you boys should apologize to Mildred and Merlin.
And you too.
No, it's all right. It's been one of those days. No hard feelings. Would anyone like a sweetie?
Worst Witch. You know what? I've been told I look a bit like Miss Harper today with my high neck collar. What do you think? And more from The Worst Witch at the same time next week. Now, if that's one of your favourite shows and you want to find out more about it, or find out more about anything on CITV, and you've got access to the internet, then here's the address you're going to need. It's www.citv.co.uk. Believe me, it's worth checking out. And so this is what's coming up tomorrow on CITV. Make sure you tune in to Bernard's Watch, because while Bernard's got his watch, everything else stops. And there's a lesson to be learned in tomorrow's Pokemon. Come aboard the Top 10 of Everything Friday.
On CITV.
Yes, the Top 10 of Everything, that's on tomorrow too. Now for today's funny question, we asked you, where did Scooby eat their fish and chips? The answer was London, and the winners are Heidi White, Katie Wood, Michael Handy, Billy Jones and Christina Kia. Make sure that you tune in to CITV tomorrow, because it all starts at 3:15. I'll see you then. Bye.